The hell? So I'm just lying here on my bed trying to take a nap. It's right around 3:30 p.m. on Sunday, June 9th. And I'm just too tired to get up and go get my phone. And while I'm lying here, the psychopath and sex offender who also claims to be an IT expert, Jasmine Irizarry, who keeps accessing the bathroom behind my kitchen sink, or maybe she just moved right back in recently. She is literally assaulting me with some type of directed energy device. And this is the same exact device that she's been using on me since 2017 when I started reporting it, but I thought it was my Wi-Fi router that was going haywire and I got rid of my Wi-Fi router. But it always happens when I'm doing three things in the privacy of my living space that Irizarry, the psychopath, sex offender, and cybercriminal, who her handlers at the Greenville group, Mr. Alisayev, claim is a really talented hacker who can, quote, get into anything. Irizarry, apparently, who is an engineer, according to her own statements, is able to either obtain or make some type of directed energy device that literally zaps me while I'm lying on this bed. And all I need to do in the privacy of my living space for Irizarry to get all triggered and worked up and to start assaulting me with this device is lying on my bed, facing the ceiling, which I am doing right now, or use my toilet, or take a shower. And the number one thing that always gets her triggered and worked up, and that's when she immediately starts to use that device, is when I scratch my eczema. And it's in very specific spots, not anywhere weird, but she immediately reacts. So right now, while I'm lying here on my bed trying to rest, Irizarry the psychopath has once again resumed her use of some type of electronic assault device. It is remote capacity, which means it uses microwave frequency or EMF frequency output in a directed stream to assault people or things in nearby units. This has been going on for years. I've been reporting it for years, even before I knew exactly what it was called. I mean, now you can Google directed energy device and all kinds of stuff comes up. You can even make your own by purchasing metal cylinders and other types of hardware at Home Depot or places like that. So this is not science fiction. This isn't some type of secret CIA weapon that is, only in James Bond movies. They're actually much more commonly used than people realize. And when you're dealing with a career criminal like Irizarry, the psychopath and sex offender and cyber criminal, then she can probably get her hands on all kinds of stuff because that is her job. Her job is to be a criminal. That is what she does. She's a psychopath. That is going up by multiple reports from Boston police detectives, Boston police officers, Greenville management staff, former maintenance workers for the Greenville group. They all know she's a psychopath. And I'm not the one who initially came up with that idea. I just knew that she was crazy and that she liked to break and enter into my unit when I was physically sitting at my table watching the door open. I knew that she'd like to access my unit when I was at work for the day and contaminate my personal care products and smash up my lipsticks and smear my eyeliners with something that smelled like fish. I mean, I knew she was not right in the head. I didn't realize she was a psychopath, but it all makes sense. And when Mr. Alisayev of the Greenville group informed me that she is a talented cyber criminal who, quote, can get into anything, well, he just put the dot on the I, basically. So right now, while I'm lying on this bed, I cannot comfortably lie here without getting electronically assaulted by something that feels like a full body electrical current while I'm just lying here. There's nothing around this bed that can possibly be causing an electrical current to be running through my entire body. This isn't just like one body part. It's not like it's happening, only in my right arm or only in my left foot or whatever. This is the entire body. So that's how you know somebody's directing some type of remote capacity electronic assault device. And because I am just trying to rest, I'm not trying to do anything else right now. This is completely out of alignment with what I'm trying to do, meaning it is occurring outside of me. It is occurring outside of what I am thinking about right now. I'm actually listening to a YouTube video, trying to meditate, and all of a sudden I start getting electronically assaulted. So people who don't think that this is possible are just really stupid and maybe need to get out more and maybe like Google directed energy device on YouTube, right? Wow. So now all of a sudden, Irizarry the psychopath is filling this entire corner right here with intense, sudden marijuana smoke that was not happening 2 minutes ago when I started making this video. She seems to get really triggered when I lie on my bed facing the ceiling. That seems to get her really worked up. She's a sex offender, and I can only imagine what kind of, reaction that people lying on their beds facing the ceiling must have on her. I don't know what's perverted about that, but obviously she thinks there's something perverted about that. So it happens when I lie on this bed facing the ceiling. I have my window open, but there's so much marijuana smoke right now that I might actually have to open the door to the hallway for ventilation, because the smoke and fumes never come from the hallway, ever. They can't, because particulate matter does not go from a concentration of greater particulate concentration to lesser. Sorry, it doesn't go from lesser to greater. It goes from greater to lesser. So when you have a wide open space like the hallway just outside of my door that is huge and vast, you can't possibly have enough marijuana smoke particles to fill my entire bathroom and living space with that smoke from the hallway. It doesn't work that way, right? It would only work if you have a very dense concentration of marijuana smoke particles in a small space, and then that it gets released into the larger space, but it doesn't do it in the opposite direction, if you understand what I'm saying. It's a science thing, and maybe I'm not explaining it correctly, but I'm just kind of tired right now, and I'm just trying to lie here and rest, and I can't. Yeah, this is insane. So now I have to get up, open the door to the hallway. I was just lying here trying to take a nap. My window's wide open, but all of a sudden there's nonstop smoke and fumes and remote tasering. And I call it remote tasering because that's, it's like a example. It's not remote tasering. But the psycho in 78 is getting all agitated just because I'm lying on my bed facing the ceiling. This happens every time. It was happening last night too. I was just too tired to do anything. I literally cannot lie on my bed facing the ceiling without getting remote tasered by the psychopath, sex offender, and cybercriminal who Greenville has repeatedly referred to as their surveillance expert, Jasmine Irizarry, who keeps accessing, or maybe she has been moved back into, the bathroom located directly behind my kitchen sink. And she's smoking in there right now. It's filling this entire area with intense smoke and fumes. And I bet you anything, the smoke and fumes are not in the hallway, because the hallway is a much greater open space than my bathroom and my kitchen area. And particles do not go from a concentration of lesser intensity to greater intensity. They do it in the opposite direction. Wow, okay. So there's a lot of marijuana smoke coming from that corner right there. But you don't smell it here. You don't smell it here. And you smell it in here. So again, as always, the psychopath, sex offender, cyber criminal, career thug, Jay Irizarry, that the Greenville group is using as a psychopath for hire, apparently. She's once again in the bathroom behind this wall, filling this entire corner with marijuana fumes while using a directed energy device on me while I lie on my bed facing the ceiling. It always happens when I face the ceiling. It seems to stop if I turn over, which is weird. And it also happens when I scratch my eczema, which literally triggers the psychopath Irizarry to go to town with her remote tasering device, the directed energy weapon that either she has obtained through some kind of criminal marketplace, which as a cyber criminal, why wouldn't she have access to a criminal marketplace, right? Or because she claims to be an engineer, maybe she made her own directed energy weapon. You can do that by watching videos on YouTube. Fucking scum. That's how you know someone is severely disturbed, when they literally use an electronic assault device to assault you while you're lying on your bed trying to rest. As long as the Greenville group, the Creepville group, continues to rent to psycho thug scumbag lowlife trash like Irizarry and the mentally disturbed violent jackass directly below in 76, then this unit will not be safe for habitation. It's not safe for habitation right now. I keep having to open the door to the hallway because there's nonstop intense smoke coming from the bathroom 78.
Hello, you've reached Greenville Real Estate Group. Our office hours are from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Our office is currently closed. If this is an emergency, please press 1. Otherwise, press 2 to leave a voicemail for the front office. After the tone, please leave a detailed message with your name and number so we may get back to you when we return.
Hi there. It's exactly 4:44 p.m. on Sunday, June 9th, 2024. I'm calling from Unit 89 to report that over the last 25 minutes while I've been lying on my bed trying to take a nap, the psychopath, sex offender, and cyber criminal named Jasmine Irizarry, who you continue to choose to house in the bathroom located directly behind my kitchen sink, has once again resumed her use of some type of electronic assault device with remote capacity, meaning it uses radio frequency output or infrared frequency output or electromagnetic frequency output or microwave frequency output to assault people in the nearby areas. Irizarry has been using this type of device since 2017. She is smoking in the bathroom directly behind my kitchen sink right now and filling my bathroom and kitchen area with marijuana smoke because that is her way of doxing her own physical location, letting me know that she's just a few feet away on the other side of the wall from where I'm lying and trying to sleep. Irizarry is a psychopath and can't seem to leave people alone. It doesn't matter what I do to try to get this person to not be in the bathroom of 78 in a disruptive and aggressive capacity. She continues to engage in the same exact identical pattern of harassment, stalking, and intrusive behavior now as she did during the 9 years that she was officially housed in the bathroom of 78, located behind my kitchen sink between 2013 and 2022. Greenville has made extremely favorable comments about Irizarry's cybercrime abilities, referring to her as their surveillance expert and as a talented hacker who, quote, can hack into anything. Irizarry is clearly being sponsored by the Greenville Group in order to harass tenants who the Greenville Group have a problem with. I keep reporting this and nothing ever changes, meaning the Greenville Group is complicit in Irizarry's aggressive harassment and stalking that is obviously surveillance-based. The only way that I can possibly keep getting electronically assaulted by some type of directed energy weapon by Greenville's cybercriminal is if there are surveillance devices that allow this cybercriminal to have knowledge of what I do in the privacy of my living space in real time. I am recording this voicemail for legal purposes. I will be following up with a written notification to your attorneys, and this is not helping your case in court. There are diagnostics for these types of issues, including air quality monitors that are electronic, so you plug them into the wall and they monitor the amount of pollutants and smoke particles in the air on a moment-by-moment basis. And there's also EMF meters that measure a wide variety of electromagnetic frequency output in any given space, and this would also quantify Irizarry's use of this directed energy weapon that obviously is predicated upon the concentration of electromagnetic frequency output. If you have any questions, you know my phone number. Once again, I'm calling from Unit 89 to report that Irizarry, Greenville's psychopath for hire, is once again resuming her use of an electronic assault device and is assaulting me while I'm lying on my bed trying to rest facing the ceiling on my back. This seems to get her all worked up and triggered, and it happens almost every single time I lie on my bed facing the ceiling. I am unable to do what I need to do in the privacy of my living space, which is obviously not private, and therefore I do not have to pay rent for this. Thank you. You know, I just want to be left alone. I just want to take a nap when I need to. I just want to enjoy my Sunday afternoon without having to deal with Jesus Christ. Yeah, here we go again. Constant marijuana smoke filling this corner right here and my bathroom from Unit 78, where Greenville is housing a severely disturbed psychopath that does not belong in a building where she has ample access to dozens of other tenants, and she can take out her psychotic rage on other people who seem to get her triggered, right? I mean, that's what psychopaths do. They kill people who get them all triggered. I'm sure that, you know, she's done that in the past. I don't have access to her criminal record, but I trust law enforcement when they tell me that Jasmine Irizarry of Unit 78 is a psychopath who has done some bad things. I believe the police when they tell me that.